Hello again, families. This is Sharon, and I'm going to briefly go over the parent and family orientation schedule today and give you some information about parking and a few things to remember as you're preparing for move-in and orientation. If you have registered for parent and family orientation and plan to be here for the sessions on Monday and Tuesday, please drop by Hamilton Gym over in the Ritchie Center to check in and let us know you're here. Also to pick up your name tag and to visit our campus resource fair. Several areas of the campus are setting up tables in the gym with information on how to support your student, and they have some great giveaways and stuff. So parent check-in will be in the gym from 8 a.m. to 2 p.m. on Monday the 2nd. So don't forget to come over and let us know you're here. Please refer to our website for the most up-to-date schedule for parents and families. Your program is different from your student's program. You will want to have this available on your phone with you. Our website is go.du.edu/parents, and you'll want to go to the events tab to find the schedule. We'll also have paper copies of the schedule available at Parent and Family Check-in, but we have minimized the number of copies printed to be more sustainable, so please use the online resource if you're comfortable with that. So let's get started with the first thing you're going to do when you arrive, parking. On Monday, September 2nd, we will have some of the parking lots open for free. Our parking lots on campus are paid lots, except during major events when we have some of the lots open for free. Monday and Tuesday orientation is one of those events. So on Monday until 2 p.m., lots 103C, H1, N1, and N2 are designated for a temporary stay of 30 minutes while you move students into their residence halls. You pull into the parking lots and it's just unload only, and then they'll ask you to go, onto a more permanent place to park after that. Lots 108, Lot L, Lot E, and Lot P are designated for the longer stay while you attend parent and family programs. So keep in mind that our parking lots, they're not designed for large trucks or vehicles with attached trailers. Large vehicles won't be able to get very close to the residence halls for parking. You will be able to unload curbside, and there will be a lot of volunteers out there helping to move your students' belongings into the residence hall. So as your student is preparing their things at home, please ask them to label anything that might be in the hands of one of our volunteers with their name, and most importantly, with their room number. We can make sure that your students' belongings get to their rooms as long as they have something marked on them for the room number. When you do park your vehicle, regardless of where it is, take care not to park in the handicap spaces unless your vehicle is identified with a handicap symbol so that we know it's legally parked. Also, tickets will be issued if your vehicle is parked in a no parking zone or in the fire lanes. We have to keep these clear so the community has access to emergency vehicles if we need it. Please also take notice of the parking signs when you park on the city streets or at the parking meters. The streets around campus are patrolled by the City of Denver instead of our campus services. They will issue tickets if you stay longer than the signs indicate. I think everyone who drives here has received at least one ticket because we've taken longer than we've expected to get back to our cars. Take a look at our parking lots and buildings on the campus map online at www.du.edu/maps, and that will help you get ready for parking during orientation. I'll also send a map to you that's got some symbols on it that'll come to you through email. On Tuesday, all of the parking lots listed on this slide will be free all day up till 9 p.m. on Tuesday. By the second day, you're a bit more familiar with the parking lots and it's a little easier to navigate. So on day one, give a little extra time to get here and find your way. As some of you may have already experienced, our streets are small Denver streets, and it will take a little while for us to move everyone in and for you to find your way to the longer term parking spot. All right, let's take a look at the schedule for parents and families. As I mentioned before, from 8 a.m. to 2 p.m., we will be in Hamilton Gym for parent and family check-in. This is the same location your student will go to check in as well. There are 2 sets of tables, one area for students and one area for families. We keep these separated because our students receive a lot more information and they get directions at the check-in table So we want to make sure that they get everything that they need. So when you arrive at the gym, go to the parent and family area and find the table that corresponds to your last name. We try to keep these lines moving quickly. If you haven't registered for the Parent and Family Orientation Program, we will ask you to come over to the help desk and register. So please keep that in mind as you arrive and to know whether or not you are already registered for the event. So you go to the right table right away. We will have a list at each table and check your name off as you arrive, and we hope to make this as fast and as easy as possible. If your student will be living on campus, they will be moving into their residence halls during the same time check-in is available. You can either help them move in first and then go to check-in, or if your student has the later move-in time, then you can come to check-in first and then go to move-in. It's entirely up to you. You don't need to do one first and then the other. It doesn't matter which one you choose. Okay, the next thing that you'll see on the schedule is the Honors Program orientation. If your student is in the Honors Program, you're able to go to this program with them. The same is true if your student is in Pioneer Leadership Program or a Living and Learning Community. If you aren't familiar with these programs, then that means your student probably isn't involved in one of them, so you don't need to worry about it. Ask your student if they are in Honors, PLP, or LLC if you're not sure about that. The first program that involves all families and not students, it's the Chancellor's Program, called Living, Learning, Launching, and Thriving. This program takes place on Monday at 3:15 in the Newman Center for the Performing Arts. I know many of you aren't yet familiar with the campus buildings, so I'll be sending an email out to you soon, which will include some information about orientation and the parking locations. It'll have some labels on it. And again, you can always find a campus map online at du.edu/maps. The next event is happening in the same location at 4:30 p.m., Community of Care. This is where you can hear from the leadership of Campus Life and Inclusive Excellence and how we provide holistic support for your students and for you. Also on Monday is a Disability Services Program orientation beginning at 5:45 p.m. in Raffato Hall Commons inside the Morgridge College of Education. This is also sometimes known as Catherine Raffato Hall. This is on the corner of High Street and Evans Avenue, and anyone interested in going to this program is welcome to attend. The last scheduled event is, the last one on Monday, is the Multicultural Reception. This is an event in which administrators and alumni, alongside the faculty and staff of color associations, welcome incoming students of color and their families into the DU community. It's by invitation because we need to know how many people to provide for. So if you weren't aware of this event and you would like to attend, please contact me at parents@du.edu and just let me know and I'll be in touch with you. Day 2 of Parent and Family Orientation is Tuesday, September 3rd. Beginning at 9 a.m., our first event is Meet the Academic Leadership, Provost and Dean's Panel over at the Newman Center. Our interim provost and executive vice chancellor will have an interactive conversation with the academic deans of each college, as well as our vice provost for academic affairs. This is your opportunity to hear about your students' academic experiences and their engagement opportunities. Following the dean's panel is New Student Convocation in Hamilton Gym at the Ritchie Center. This event has had very high praise from our previous families. It's very well remembered as a somewhat emotional, formal beginning of the student academic experience. It's the celebratory welcome for new students and families, and I highly recommend that all of you attend if you can. You'll hear from the Chancellor, Interim Vice Chancellor for Diversity and Inclusion, the Vice Chancellor for Enrollment, the Faculty Director of First Year Seminar, the Vice Chancellor for Campus Life and Inclusive Excellence, and the undergraduate student body president and vice president. The procession of students into the gym begins at 10:30 a.m. and the program begins shortly after the students are seated. That program is scheduled to end about 11:45 a.m. Directly following New Student Convocation is your opportunity to have your farewell moment with your student. We'll have a huge community lunch on Carnegie Green, which is in between Mary Read Hall and Anderson Academic Commons. You'll have some time to see your student before they head off to the rest of their orientation program and before you finish out your parent and family orientation program. Our hope is that everyone is able to attend lunch and to see their students one last time before traveling home. Of course, we know that sometimes students will have found a new friend or want to go to another program. That is actually a good thing if it happens. I just want to remind you to let them go if they want to do this. It's important for their community building to make fast friends, so try not to get disappointed if they want to go do something different. There will most likely be several other family members around you at lunch who have experienced the same thing. There will be many staff, faculty, and administrators mingling through the lunch tables, and we'll be happy to meet you there. Following lunch is our last part of family programming. We will have rotating sessions inside the Newman Center theaters. There are some in-depth discussions about career development, health and wellness, preparing for studying abroad, and student financial services. These sessions will repeat every hour on the hour beginning at 2 p.m. And it's your choice of what you want to attend each time we rotate. So you can take a look at the full schedule online and then decide what's most important for you to see out of those sessions. Choose one at 2 o'clock, another one at 3 o'clock, and another one at 4. Parent and family program ends at 5 p.m. on Tuesday. And know that this is also rush hour, so the city streets are going to be a little busier than usual. If your student is available for dinner, consider walking to one of our nearby restaurants and let the traffic slow down a little before you drive. As I mentioned before, the parking lots available for our program are free until 9 p.m. So you've got some time to take a walk and see the area before you drive. If your car is going to remain in the parking lot beyond 9 p.m., please remember to go to the parking meters because parking services will begin monitoring the parking lots again at that time. A few last-minute reminders. We have some construction going on around campus. A new residence hall is under construction, a new career center, and a community commons. Parking takes a little while, and walking through campus can also take a little while. If you're going from the Ritchie Center over to the Newman Center on the other side of campus, it's a good idea to, take another route. Maybe go along University Boulevard instead of through the middle of campus. Likewise, if you're leaving Johnson McFarland or Centennial Halls, you might consider walking along High Street instead of through the middle of campus, just to alleviate some of that congestion. We'll have some volunteers walking the pathways and helping you find your way, but just know that going down the brick paths will be more of a stroll than a sprint. Bring a reusable bag on Monday and a water bottle on both days. We will have some things you may want to pick up at the check-in or resource fair tables, and you'll want something to carry those in. Also, it is pretty dry here. We want you to drink plenty of water. We have water bottle fill stations throughout campus, so you'll be able to stay hydrated. And last, wear comfortable shoes and clothes. Relax and enjoy these 2 days of parent and family orientation. And if you want to get in touch with any of us before the program begins, here is our contact info. We're happy to answer any of your questions beforehand or anytime while you're on the University of Denver campus. I'm looking forward to meeting all of you during orientation or move-in or in the future, and we'll see you soon.